Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Eileen. I just wanted to go over a project I made with them crafty girls Sunday night or Sunday. First of all, I made a box. Too easy. The measurements for this is 2 inches for all 4 sides and ½ inch to close up the box. And then I just did a ½ inch and 2 inch score on the horizontal side, and then another. Let me show you. So how I came up with this box, I needed to contain a dangle for Ebony's birthday challenge, and I used 2 inches just to give me enough room. And so this is how I did it. I started with a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and I have 4 sides, so I wanted the box to be about 2 inches square. So I started with 2 inches, score the whole sheet, and then score at 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's my 4 sides. And then to close up the box, I added a ½ inch, so I scored at the 8½ inch mark. All right, and then I'm going to take my cutting tool, and it's kind of hard to see, but I'm lining it up at the 8½ inch score mark. You can see it right there. So here's the 8 mark, and then here's the 8½. And I'm just gonna cut that, just make sure my line is true. All right, cut that off, and then we're gonna rotate it. I'm just doing this, showing it to you how I came up with the box size, right? So I need, this will be the top of my box, this will be the bottom of my box. So I need a ½ inch to create my little closure here. So I just took a simple score, easy numbers to remember, ½ inch here to close my box up. And then make life easy, I just move it to the 1 inch mark, that score mark that I just did. And then I score it at the 3 inch, just to make life easy. So I know that that's 2 inches. Lined up at the 1, and then score at the 3. And now I need what did I do? 6 inches. You can make it longer. This will determine the height of the box. So the box here is 6 inches. And so I need 6 inches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So at the 9 inch mark, I'm gonna score. And then another 2 inches I need for the bottom flap of my box. And then I'm gonna cut that off, the remainder. Okay, so you don't need that anymore. You don't need this. So just line it up, make sure it's straight, and chop that off. All right, and now, so I can remember that this is the top. How I did this, I'm gonna cut off a portion of that ½ inch, but I'm going to leave one of the squares. So you can see here, there's a square, there's a square, right? So one of the squares, I'm gonna leave the top notch on there. And this is the back side. So I'm going to put this here. Here's my scissors. I'm going to cut off this part on the first flap. It's kind of hard to see for me. Just cut it as straight as you can. And then when you get to the second square, you want to just cut a notch off, right? And just a little sliver, so it looks like that. And now we're going to go over to this side of that notch, and we're going to cut it at an angle so it matches this corner here. And we're going to cut this off. I'm going to cut this way so I can just get it all the way up. I usually don't use this scissors, but it's right there. So this side looks like that. And now we're going to cut down the lines of the 2-inch mark, and we're going to cut away this tab up here. And so you just cut this part off, starting on this side, so you can see what we're doing. This is the top of the box. So I'm going to cut off this 1/2 inch up to there, and we're going to cut the little notch again because we need this side flap. Okay, so just like that, and it looks a little, you know. So working down the side of our box, we're going to do the same thing we did here. We're going to put it down here and then cut off that 1/2 inch. All right, so I'm going really slow because I want to make sure you know what part of the box we are. So this is the bottom. I use my longer scissors, and what I want to do on the bottom portion, you see all our squares. There's one, here's one. We're going to just cut a really thin sliver, like this one here. We could do like that. You don't see it yet, but, and this will help create less bulk when we close up the bottom of our box. Okay. And before there were dies in my life, this is how I made my boxes. I just, you know, whatever the object was that I was trying to contain into a box, I just picked an even number and tried to make it fit within the 12 by 12. And then go from there, creating my sides. So now we have the side that closes our panel, our boxes. And I don't know why we have a shadow here, but there we go. And then we have our top of the box. So we don't need these panels, but we do need for reinforcements to make our box sturdy, which we have learned through our cousin Christian, that reinforcement is always the best thing. I'm just cleaning this up real quick. There we go. And what we did down here, I'm going to do the same here just to create less bulk in the corner of our box. Okay, and if you feel you need to clean it up, just clean it up a little bit. There you go. And I'm going to do the same with all of these intersecting lines. I'm just going to cut off a piece of our triangles. I'm going to keep this side, this box, I'm going to keep this line straight just to separate it. Go right down. And then I'm going to sliver the other side of our square. So this one's straight, this side is straight, and this one is at an angle. So you have that little sliver there. I'm going to do the same thing to this side. Okay, and I'm gonna do this one here. All right, and then I'm gonna cut off a little sliver there. So there you go. So now when we go to reinforce those sides, it's not gonna create so much bulk in the way. Okay, right, so let me clean it up. Put this on the way. And okay, so you noticed on my box I have a little window. Like I said, because I'm making this from scratch, you don't have all that. So let me show you what I did use. I used a die that I had. It is My Little Crafty Shop, and this is one of her box die sets. So I just took this one. She has an overlay or a layering piece, and it cuts out this sliver of a rectangle, so it layers onto our box. So this is the only piece I used. And because this is our closure flap, I'm going to use this panel here to layer on my window. So this is how I did it. I took my die cut, or my die cutting piece. I took some washi, and this washi has been well used, well loved. And I try to center it as much as I can. Like I said, it's handmade. I'm not going to be perfect, but I'm just going to do the best that I can. So there, take that piece, and then I'll run this through my die cutting machine. But you know, you'll say, oh, I think, how's it going to fit? Because it's wider. Well, I'll fold these flaps in. Let's just go through it. I will fold my closure flap right here, and then I would crease these here. Okay, and then I'll make sure that I close that part, and then this will fit easily into my die cutting machine. And I'll test it with this, and you can see it fits just enough so that this piece in the flap that I want, it'll fit. And it won't cut because I'm pushing this edge down. So it's not in the way, and it's just enough to fit into my die cutting machine. Okay, so we're going to take that like this and tape this window down. All right, and tape that down. I usually have two pieces, but I don't know what happened to my, I had like, oh, here we go, here we go. I'll take another piece and hold that in place. And now I'll take it just like this and go right into the die cutting machine. Let me just run it here so I can show you that it does fit. All right. Oops. So just like that, going through with no problems, no issues. All right, let's get our piece out of here. And there's that little sliver that it cuts out. And we don't need this, we just really want the window. So put that down and take this off. Save that. I just put it right here on my camera mount. All right, and I'll put this right back in because I'll lose it if I don't. I'll need this a few more times. If you want to layer on the decorative paper like I did here, I just took my decorative piece of paper and flipped it over. I would tape the paper and then flip it over, and then I would trace this, take off the decorative piece, and place my die the same location, and it will fit exactly where I want it. So that takes a lot of process. But so I'm going to go from here. Usually you want to cut out your layering pieces, right? So let me do that. So I'm using my scraps, and what we need, because our box is 2 inches, I measure for my layering piece, because I use 2 layering pieces. The first one is only a sliver, 1/18 of an inch short of 2 inches. So let me take this. Where's my gold? Oh, if I'm gonna do it, I might as well do it, right? So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna get this piece here, and 1/16 or 18th less, just that little line. I don't know if you can see that. Just that line short of 2 inches is what I'm gonna do for this little project. And then it's 6 inches tall, so we're gonna do the same. We wanna do a sliver short of that, so 5, and then 1 tick below the 6 inch mark. And that should put us right where we need to be, right there. Yeah, right? See that? There's our line. You can see the line right there. Let's go ahead and fold these down, just so you can see the line a little better, right? And sometimes it's not perfect. Sometimes you could take it back and cut off just a little bit more. So if you want more of your background color to show through, like I do, I will take it and do another tick down and just make sure your paper is straight, right? And then I'm going to do another 18th of, I don't know, whatever, one line down. Oh, not a mathematician, darn it. Okay, so you have that much more space around your box. So you see the main box color, okay? So that looks nice right there. And you just need 1, 2, 3 more. You don't want to put your box together yet, because when you do, that'll make it harder to layer your pieces on. So let me fold this up really quickly, get my other 2-inch. I think I can get this piece right here. Let me see if this will work. I'm really trying to work with the scraps. And it works perfect. All right, so that's 2. We have 2 pieces. We need 2 more. Go ahead and recut this just so that all the gold matches. Cut this down to the height I need. And then I'm going to cut this down to this one. Maybe 2 inch, or 1 in, I don't know, however many, 7/8. 2, 3. I'm gonna have a lot of editing to do. 4. All right, now we have that sliver. And I'll put these away for another time. Use that on another project. So we have those 4. This is how I do it, okay? If there's a better way, go for it. Please do, and share it with me. But for now, this is how I'm doing it. I take that, put this here, take my pencil, and then I put that right in the marking, okay? And then take this off, and this is how I do it. Line that sucker up within the lines. And as long as I can get it straight enough, right, I can take this off and put this here, making sure it is straight. Don't go crooked on me. Okay, go right there. So it looks a little even, straight on all 4 sides. And then I'm going to run it through. And so we get the sliver. We don't need that. And then we get this cutout piece. All right. We don't need this. Save that. Oops. Just ripped my tape. Okay. And then we do the same thing for the next piece. So this one, we take it and we glue this down. Oh, that's the inside. Make sure you're gluing it on the right side. And glue this down. You could turn this into a shaker at this point, but I'm not, because I'm going to use some acetate and it's going to cover up a lot of it. So this is what we have so far. Just a 7/8 inch short of what the actual size of this rectangle is, just so we could see a peak of the color of the box. And then you go to the decorative paper. So that was 7/8 inch short. We're going to cut off as many pieces of this as we can. I'm not gluing anything, you notice. All right, this one doesn't have any directional print or whatever. You guys, my desk is a mess. All right. So we're gonna cut off. This was an 1 7/8 inch, so I'm gonna go to 1 3/4 to cut down. All right, our 2 panels, and then I think we could get in. So this will be 5 3/4. Maybe not. Might not, but we're gonna try. So now our piece will look like this. Just a sliver short all the way around. So you do all 4 pieces, okay? I only need 2 of this panel right here. So 1 3, and cut that out. You see, we still got scraps. And then we got 5 3/4. Isn't she cute? Look at her, how cute she is. And that will be our second panel. It will look like that. And see how we have 2 of the Minnie Mouse and then 2 of the Mickey, but the Mickey is cut out a little bit. So you can see how that is layered on there. This is the Michaels paper pad, their Valentine's Day paper pad. And, uh-oh. No. Come on, open up. So you can see we just glued it directly to the inside. I think I'm gonna modify my box. So I saw how hard it is to pull out. I might have to add like a pull tab. Just probably glue like a heart right there so it's easy to pull up, you know? That will give us probably like that, yeah. Just enough to pull open. Makes it easier. I think I'm gonna do that. All right, so we got 2 of the minis and now we need Mickey, right? Let's see. So 1 3/4. Okay. And then 5 3/4. And if this isn't enough for you, as far as like you can see around the box there, you can always, you know, make it shorter. You need another piece because it doesn't fit. So 1 3/4. And I like to line that up. Make sure everything is straight. And then 5 3/4. All right. And now we don't need this part. We need to take care of this one. So we do the same thing. You just take this. As long as it's located, layered how you want it on the front part. Just like that. It makes it easier. So I'm going to tape that. And I'm going to tape down here. Actually, let's tape at the top. Okay, we'll turn it over. Take our die cutting piece. All right, it's in position. Okay, that took a minute. I had to like really focus, so I'm sorry. Anyway, I got the piece cut out and now we just turn it over and we want to glue these 2 pieces together and it matches up so perfectly. Look at that. And the lines are nice and even. Okay, so I'm not going to bore you with layering the pieces on. It was too easy. What I will tell you is that you want to go ahead and crease your box and make sure that you fold your box nice and clean, because you want to put that acetate in there. And I'm going to do that. Take my box. It's the Michaels paper pad that I hauled a while ago. If you guys remember, it's the Valentine's Day. I think it's 40% off now. Or no, don't listen to me. I'm thinking of Hobby Lobby. But crease your box, make sure all your flaps are folded and everything. And then add your acetate in first. Okay, get your piece of acetate. It doesn't have to be that. It could be the clear one. It could be clear acetate. And then once you get that in there, you want to close your box up. And the way I do it is I fold the little flap here. You can use tape or, make sure I zoom out a little. You use tape or glue. I use the wet glue. and then I folded my box over, and that will give us our closure. So you want to do this first so that when your box is closed up, then you want to glue your reinforcements down. And the reason is because now this flap here is going to be showing, right? You can see right there. It'll be showing. And the reinforcement will glue over that flap, and it'll help make your box sturdier. Okay? 100% I believe that because of Christian. The boxes are better when you got reinforcements. So, yeah. There is our box. And then I'm just going to fold down our flaps here. Nice and even. Straight as possible, as humanly possible. All right, and there you go. There you have it. Put your acetate first. This is the way I'll do it. Acetate first. I'll glue it on the inside. Lay out my pieces, and then I would attach my layering pieces because it's so much easier doing it that way. And glue all your parts down. So you see I skipped the pattern. So Mickey is on this side and this, and then Minnie Mouse is on either side. Just making it, you know, every other. But if you're using one pattern paper, that makes it a lot easier. You don't have to worry which one's where. So, yep, that's it. Once you assemble it, it'll be perfect. So what I will do is add my little heart to this box, like right about there. As a matter of fact, let me just do that now because I'd rather it be done. And centered as much as I can, right? And what we're gonna do is add another heart, if I have another heart. Do I? Of course I don't. So anyway, I have this. This is a sticker. I'm gonna go ahead and add it to the back side since it's the same. And it's not the same. What the heck, Feezies? Yep, it's not the same. But anyway, at least that would be, you know, there so that it can be pulled up easily. Closing your box, opening your box. Once it's there, it's on. So just like that. Whoops. Oh boy. Anyway, there's our box. That's what we're gonna do. I might decorate the top here. I know I will be decorating the front of this box here, but yeah, that's it, guys. This is a long-winded tutorial. It's not even a tutorial. I'm just showing you how I came about to make this little box. So I hope you like it. Give it a try. If you use it, go ahead. Feel free to tag me. I would love to see how your boxes come out and how you decorate it. But super, super easy, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.